All right, we want to shift gears now and get to our Rivertown show. We want to find out now what life was like along the Minnesota River in the 1800s. There is a living history museum in Shakopee. It's called The Landing, where visitors can kind of take a step back in time.
Mike Murray is a historical interpreter at The Landing. Mike, thanks for joining us. In interest of full disclosure, everyone, we had planned to be out there live this morning, but because of the smoke, decided it was probably a better idea to bring it indoors.
Better to be safe than sorry.
And you guys are dealing with that with some of your summer programs.
Yeah, so some of our summer camps had to be canceled because of having the smoke. We don't want to have kids being put in danger. We just, you know, it's all about fun in the summer. So that's what we really want to focus on. So.
All right, well, let's talk about The Landing. So what goes on there?
Well, right now the Landing is set up more as a self-guided park. We don't really have a lot of the first-person interpretation of the costume interpretation every day, but we do have an event that's coming up on the 25th of July here. We're celebrating Minnesota, the home on the river. So many people have called the Minnesota River home for at least the past 10,000 years, we found as evidence on the site. So it's a fun way to celebrate everybody who's been there for a long time, all the way to the new neighbors that are coming in today.
And The Landing is like, when we say it kind of gives people a little glimpse of what it might have been like, I mean, it's like its own little community of homes and shopping and post office, and it was like the little city of the 1800s.
Exactly. These buildings were brought in for the purpose of teaching people and having people get the experience of what it was like to live on the Minnesota River in the 19th century. So the buildings range all the way from a fur trade post that was nearby from the 1840s all the way up to a village of 1889. So a great way to experience what life was like on the Minnesota River back about 150 years ago.
I mean, paint a bit of a picture for a typical family that would have been living in the area at the time.
You consider that Minnesota was largely agricultural, so most people either would have been employed in farming or would have found themselves in some of the businesses that go along with farming. Everything from grist mills and flour mills all the way up to breweries and other things. Every small town had, you know, a blacksmith shop and other things to keep things going. So those are some of the different things that you're experiencing.
We're showing the one-room schoolhouse.
Of course, you have to have a school. It's Minnesota. Everybody wants to educate their kids, and some of the farm animals that we have out there, it's great.
Do you have a favorite building out there?
You know, we have an original fur post from 1845 that's on the site. It moved about a mile from the location that it was, closer into Shakopee, and there's just the depth of stories. And then when you find out some of the other things, the Faribault children that grew up in that house remember Chief Little Crow coming in. He was like their favorite uncle who would bring them maple sugar candy. And that's not a vision that people think of as far as, you know, somebody who has that place in history as Chief Little Crow, but you get to find out that, you know, people have a much broader story behind them, and that's one of the buildings that really has that.
So we kind of touched on that there's some summer camps and things going on. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Like, what kinds of things can kids experience?
Boy, you know, especially with the event that we have coming up, we're going to have being able to throw atlatls and be able to explore with some geocaching.
Sorry, throw a what?
An atlatl.
What's
An
that?
atlatl is a tool that was developed. It's a bit of technology. We don't think of, you know, technology from a long time ago, but basically it helps you throw a spear much faster and much harder. So when people were hunting mastodons and other things like that, you needed to have something that would give you some extra power behind that spear. So different things that we have. We also have summer camps. We have programs that come up all the time, guided hikes and ways to experience the site and really kind of explore.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about how people can experience it, because you guys there like have like walking trails that dogs are allowed on for people, because I know that's a big part of what people enjoy doing.
Yeah, so as long as people have their dogs on a leash, we prefer it on a 6-foot leash, so that way nesting birds and other things don't get disturbed. But really, you know, exploring the park, there's a trail right along in the river, and then there's a road that runs through the site. You can bike through the site even as part of the Minnesota River Trail that's down there. Come out and just walk the park. We have plenty of people that have gotten married out there. In fact, my wife and I got married out there. So it's a great venue for people to go out and explore, have a picnic, or you know, for special events or some of the guided tours or talks that we have. Just something that you can look up on the Three Rivers webpage to see upcoming events that we might have going on.
I meant to ask you, for people who aren't familiar, you're right off where at downtown Shakopee, right along the river.
So
there?
we're right on Right on 101, Highway 101.
101,
That's right
okay.
there on. So we're nestled right between those great venues of downtown Shakopee and Valley Fair. So it's
Okay, I know exactly where that is, yes.
You know, and of course the new amphitheater out there at Canterbury. There's all kinds of things to do. They, kind of the land of big fun down south of the river. But we're just part of that. So there's so many different things and part of a broader park district for people to go off and explore and enjoy nature. Hopefully without the wildfire smokes.
Yes.
For sure. Well, Mike, thank you so much
Thanks,
for
Mike.
stopping by
Well,
and
thank you
pivoting
so
and being
much.
in building with us today. We appreciate
Definitely.
it.
So tonight we'll be having a Shakopee Brew Hall where we partnered with a brewery to do a Big Year of Rivers beer because that's the park is celebrating the Big Year of Rivers, and we'll be doing a trivia. So thankfully you didn't give out any of my the questions that we'll be
Take
giving
any of
today.
your facts.
I wouldn't want to do
Yeah,
that.
but we'll have a good beer and a good time. So.
Mike, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll post information about how you can visit the landing on MinnesotaLive.com.
We'll be right back.